So 20 years ago, we got the Hollow Man with Mr. Kevin Bacon, and now we have the Invisible Man. Is this new film a waste of time? Is one better than the other? Well, let's talk about it. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in to my opinion/review for The Invisible Man. I really do appreciate it. And if this is your first time finding me and you want more movie reviews, trailer reactions, me responding to entertainment news, or just anything I think is cool, please right now click on that subscribe button and also give me that thumbs up because it really helps me out. The Invisible Man, just hearing and saying that title and just the concept itself is creepy as hell, but it's also cool at the same time. Now, this movie is being directed and written by Mr. Leigh Whannell. Now, I did not see his first film, Insidious Chapter 3, which came out a number of years ago. I did see the first Insidious film. It scared the hell out of me. My friend thinks I'm crazy for being scared from that film, but I'm a scary cat. But I haven't seen Chapter 3, so if you have, please let me know what you thought down in the comment section below. But he also directed another film, which I am a big fan of, that came out in 2018, titled Upgrade, who stars Logan Marshall Green, who people call the cheap version of Tom Hardy. And that's kind of funny to me because they do look alike. They do have similar features. He was in the film Prometheus, I believe, which came out in 2012. I like that film, but I really wasn't a fan of the ending. But after seeing this film, The Invisible Man, I will have to say that I really am feeling this director's style. Now, going into this film, I can't say that I was just super duper excited. I mean, I wasn't dreading it either. I just wasn't excited about the film. Of course, I did see the trailer and it looked decent. It looked pretty good. I was like, okay, hey, we're going to go into this, with an open mind, give it a chance. It could be the next best thing. Of course, Hollow Man, which I mentioned earlier, came out 20 years ago. And I was just kind of saying to myself, okay, is it going to be better than that? Because I really did enjoy that film, Hollow Man, with Mr. Kevin Bacon. But I don't know, that when it became the day of that I was going to be seeing this film, I did get a little bit more excited and was looking forward to it. I mean, like I said, just the concept of an invisible man, just somebody in the room staring at you, stalking you, messing with your hair or whatever, but you can't see them. I mean, that's creepy as hell. I mean, that is a true nightmare that you are living in. And now we have a film, a horror film, a mystery, science fiction, thriller, suspense, all that balled up into one film to where they're tackling all of those themes. But what is this movie about exactly? Well, when Cecilia's abusive ex takes his own life and leaves her his fortune, she suspects his death was a hoax. As a series of coincidences turn lethal, Cecilia works to prove that she is being hunted by someone nobody can see. Now, guys, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm just going to go ahead and get straight to the point. I love this film. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I mean, one of the great things about this movie is from the first minute, the first second, the first frame, you are in there with the suspense. The suspense is turned all the way up to level 50. I mean, it is just that much tension in the room as soon as this film starts. And it would not work if you did not have a great lead. And we do have a great lead by Miss Elizabeth Moss. She's not someone I'm too familiar with. She was in the AMC TV series Mad Men, and that's not a show I watch. And also the Handmaid's Tale. But her acting in this role was phenomenal. She is Cecilia. She is in this relationship that is somewhat abusive, and she's just, trying to get away. But I'm not going to spoil anything for you. But as soon as you see her face, you just automatically feel for her. It's like somebody that you've known for a long time and you just care about them. You just want them to make it. You just want them to survive. You just want them to get out of the situation that they're in. And you don't even have any details to go off of. That's just just how great of a job Leigh Whannell, the writer or director, did with this film, with setting the tone and giving you a character that you're rooting for, a strong protagonist. And all this is done, like I said, within the first 5 minutes without even one line of dialogue. That's just great filmmaking there, in my opinion. Another great thing about this is, with this director only this being his third time behind the camera, he knows what to do behind the camera. Seriously. I mean, the way he was shooting certain scenes, having the camera pan to the left and the right. And we always get cameras panning to the left and the right when you're watching a horror film. If it's starting over here and it's just going this way, usually you're scared and you're like, anticipating like, oh my gosh, what's about to pop out, and you're nervous. That's not the case right here. You can't wait until the camera gets to its next destination point because you're just so excited about what's going to be there. And when the director ties in these dope ass sound effects just to increase the tension level that much more, you're just in for a great roller coaster ride. But you can't, just help, but to, have a great time and enjoy yourself. And not only do we have a great cast member by Cecilia, who is being played by Elizabeth Moss, the lead, we also have great supporting characters that you love too. We also have Storm Reed. She was in The Wrinkle of Time. She was also in 12 Years a Slave. She was in Don't Let Go with David Oyelowo and a number of other things. She's a great actress, and she was a great actress in all those films. She was a great actress in this film too. You care about her. And we also have Mr. Aldis Hodge. He is someone that I'm not too familiar with. Mr. Aldis Hodge, his name in this film was James. He was in Clemency, which came out at the end of last year, 2019. Brian Banks in What Men Want with Miss Taraji P. Henson. One of my favorite films of 2019, by the way. If you haven't seen that film, I strongly suggest you guys take it out. But like I said, not only would just Miss Elizabeth Moss, like the whole cast in this movie is phenomenal. They do a great job, and you love everybody. Now, I'm talking about all the things that I loved in this film. I will just tell you about a little nitpick that kind of did bug me towards the beginning. I was a little nervous because, we had one character, I'm not going to spoil it for you. They were scaring me because there was just a nice little dash, a nice little hint of stupidity coming from one character. And I was like, oh my gosh, my goodness gracious, please, please, please don't have stupid characters in this movie. I cannot stand stupid characters in horror movies. It ruins the whole thing. But it was brief. It came and it went, and that's nothing that you have to worry about. But, of course, no film is perfect, but I got to be honest with you. But something else that I just love about this film is just, like I said, the Invisible Man, the concept itself. The director knocked this out of the park. I mean, he only had a $7 million budget to work with. And, you could tell he stressed that as far as he could. And it wasn't cheap or anything. This film is being put out by Blumhouse. And I was joking about a week ago when I was talking about their film Fantasy Island, because that was a Blumhouse film too. I thought that film was absolutely horrible. But this is the complete 180 opposite of that, being fantastic. But what he was able to do with this $7 million budget is just extremely fascinating to me, especially with 20 years ago, The Hollow Man, that film's budget was $95 million. So $95 million 20 years ago to $7 million today. I mean, this is why, Blumhouse, is who they are. They know how to make cheap movies and still deliver you the goods. And they did this, with this film. And, the effects with the Invisible Man of how he's able to do it, you ask, it was great. It was outstanding. And you're kind of asking yourself, okay, how is he doing this as you're watching the movie? Is it a suit? Is it some formula he took? Is it some magical powers? Well, of course, the film answers that. And I do like the answer. And they kept it simple and kept the film going. And they didn't just, spend too much time on it. They only spent time on things that was actually necessary to strengthen the film all the way through. It comes in at about 2 hours and 4 minutes. It's not long. If that does seem long to you, the film kind of flew by for me, but I really do like the way they handled the invisibility of this character. And, you know, it is, you know, when I was walking out the theater, I was kind of saying to myself, okay, I don't really think this is like a true horror film, but no, it really is a true horror that, you know, this character, Cecilia, is going through. I mean, it's just a freaking nightmare, and I feel sorry for her. And like I was telling you earlier, her acting really, really does sell it. I was really impressed also with the climax of this film. You know, it just wasn't just straightforward, and there's a large confrontation at the end, and oh, I wasn't lying. See, there's an invisible man. We can see him now. I mean, of course, you kind of had those elements, but you know, he did give you, I'm speaking of the director, he did give you much more substance and nuance and just things that you can play with. And, you know, there was a little trickery in there as well, just some things that I just was not expecting. I also imagine that this film will be very liberating for women, especially if you come from some type of abusive relationship or whatever that may be. And I'm sorry for your situation. And also, I mean, this movie right here, it will leave you thinking. It really will leave you thinking. You know, I saw it last night about 12 hours ago after I'm filming this, and I can't stop thinking about it. You know, not just because I just saw the film, but just the way certain things, you know, turned out towards the end of this film. And when I said earlier that I was really feeling this director style, Leigh Whannell, is because I had the same you know, batch of emotions from this film Upgrade. You know, so you know, he just isn't some generic director that kind of blends in with everyone else in Hollywood. You know, he does kind of have, you know, a signature stamp that he's putting on his films, and I've only seen two that just really, really does stand out to me. The film is near perfect. I don't want to say anything else negative because they're just kind of nitpicks, and they may be considered spoilers, and I don't want to ruin the film for you. So just see the film. It's fantastic, going cold. If I had to rate The Invisible Man out of a 1 out of 10, I'm going to give it a, I have my rating, but now I don't know if I want to raise it any higher. Let me see here. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. Because it was damn good. It was damn good. It right out of like 92 reviews, it's at like a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to give this one like a 9.25 out of 10. I was kind of dancing like, should I give it a 9? Should I give it a 9.5? I'm going to give it a 9.25 out of 10. And I hope we get more films like this from Universal, from Blumhouse. You know, this was supposed to be part of their monster universe, but they decided not to go that route because The Mummy with Tom Cruise wasn't that successful. But it was fantastic, guys. So yeah, a 9.25 out of 10. Yes, a 9.25 out of 10. But guys, that is just my opinion. I hope you did like the review. If you did, please go ahead and give me that thumbs up because it really does help me out. Also, you can go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please become one of my subscribers. I believe I'm at like 22,000 right now. I would love to get over to 30,000, and I can use your help by you clicking that subscribe button. Also, click the notification bell so you can be notified when I make uploads too. You can also look me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All that good stuff is right there at the bottom of the screen. Links in the pinned comments and in the description box. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in to my opinion/review for The Invisible Man. And before you go, don't forget to always chase your dreams, because I'm chasing mine. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.